How's it going, YouTube? Welcome back to the final stretch of FIFA 13, and gonna hop into D1 because I can't find anybody in the semifinals of the Gold Cup, and I'm rocking a 3-5-2 hybrid squad. We've got Inform and Budabuz out at the right mid. We've got Boateng and the upgraded El Shaarawy, as well as Darlington Nagbe and Jose Valencia from the Portland Timbers. And yeah, I've had this team for a little bit, played a couple of games with them, and I'm actually really liking the striker combination of those two. So I decided to keep them around, and I had Tevez and Aguero for a little while, but I ended up selling them to finance another team, which you'll probably see in the next video, or one of the next videos, because I've yet to use it, and I just made it as well. So let's see what kind of a team this guy's got. He's got a Serie A team, so hopefully it's not Luis Muriel and super pacey, but I guess we'll have to see. Giovinco, maybe. Yes, it looks like Giovinco, as well as Palacio, Cavani, Pirlo, Nascerino, and Vidal. Not sure who his right center back is, but of course Ogbonna is really fast, as well as his outside backs. So it's just a pretty standard team. He's got some pace, but I don't think pace will be what kills me in this one if I do end up losing. But yeah, just hopefully you guys are liking this. Just some live commentary is a little bit more relaxing and casual than some sort of informed review. But oh, play that through. Muntari, kind of a beast CDM. And I just thought I would hit that with Valencia because he doesn't have very good passing. So I thought if I tried to cross that, maybe it wouldn't have gone to where I would have wanted it. But yeah, you guys, you should try out some more silver players and bronze players, because well, I'm not saying that you don't, because I have no idea, but for those of you who don't, that could add some more depth to the game, because it's so rare to see silver players and bronze players in D1 and in the Gold Cup. It's more common in the Gold Cup than it is in Division 1. So I don't know, just try some stuff out. You might like it. Well, that was a terrible header for my center defensive mid. Should be 1-0 right now. Oh, Cavani played a terrible chip through ball. I do not like Cavani in real life or in FIFA. Just a random fact. I don't know. I just don't really like him. I know he's good, and a lot of people want to sign him this summer, but I don't really like the guy. Who do I want to hit this with? I guess we'll hit it with my right mid, because he's lefty and he's got some pretty good stats. Oh, right into the wall. Falls to Darlington Nagbe, but I didn't hit it. Didn't hit a rip like he did a couple of years ago. Was it 2011 or was it last season? I don't remember. Oh, Boateng off the bar. Wow, I should be winning 2-0 by now. Oh, there we go. There's a terrible touch from, was it Abate? Valencia. My strikers both are pretty quick. Valencia is not as fast as Nagbe. Nagbe's got 87 pace, and Valencia has what, 79 or 81? Not quite sure. But I'm gonna check out his in-game stats just for funsies at halftime, because he's actually got some pretty nice in-game stats, because he seems like a pretty promising player. For those of you who don't know, his dad was El Tren, a legend. Well, not necessarily a legend, because he's not super rememberable, but he played for Bayern Munich, of course, a few years back. But yeah, that's his son is who I have up at striker, and he plays for the Timbers, my local MLS team, doing pretty well this season actually. And Valencia seems like he could be pretty promising and be a bit of a beast as he matures and gets a little bit better. I think he's 21 or 22. and he's a 63 in this game. He's got some good in-game stats. Like he actually has better finishing than my other striker, Darlington Nagbe, and he's got some really nice. Oh wow, that's a pretty good save. But he's got some other nice in-game stats that you guys will get to see later. And I think he should actually be faster than they have him in the game, because he's actually pretty damn quick for being, what, 6'1", and just seems like a bit of a tank. Also, I think he has pretty good strength, so I don't mind having him up there. He's got some pretty good dribbling as well. His shooting and passing are not great, but if you're right up on goal, I mean, he's not really going to miss. So I think he's pretty good in FIFA, especially for a bronze. You can make some pretty cool hybrids with him, put him in the Colombian teams. And I was going to do something with him as well as Falcao, but I haven't really ended up making that quite yet. Maybe eventually. But Nagbe, my other striker, he's got some pretty good in-game stats as well. He probably should have lower weak foot though, in my opinion. He's got, both my strikers have 4-star weak foot, but in real life Nagbe hardly ever uses his left. So I wouldn't be surprised if that got downgraded in the next FIFA, because there's some clips with if you just are bored, you want to go check him out. There's some of he's got some pretty ridiculous goals so far in his career, and I don't really think he scored very many at all with his left, and he hardly even ever takes touches with his left foot, so probably not very accurate weak foot. But I think EA actually did pretty well with a lot of these players in game stats, the bronzes and whatnot. Nagbe also has some really nice shot power, but that was with his left foot right there. So I don't know who I normally have take these corners. I don't remember. So I'll just throw El Shaarawy on it. Diakite. And that's going to fall to his keeper. But Diakite signed for Sunderland, so I have to hate him. That's really all I have to say about that. I also heard that Josie Altidore managed to, he and Sunderland reached an agreement, which is awesome for American soccer, as well as for, you know, just being a fan. But I kind of have to hate him too if he does move to Sunderland, because, you know, as a Newcastle fan, I have to hate them, and I'm totally fine with that. I don't really care about Sunderland anyway. So yeah, there's that. But it's too bad that that's the team that Josie's going to sign to. But it's great that he's moving to the Premier League, if he is. I mean, I don't know if it's confirmed yet. But you know, good on him. He's so much younger than I thought he was in real life. Yeah, in real life. What else am I talking about? But I thought he seemed to be in the the American soccer program for so long. He's only like 23 years old. Oh, poor dribbling from Valencia. I thought maybe I could work my way around, but yeah, Josie Altidore, he's only 23, isn't he? 24. And yeah, he's just been in the national team loop for so long. I thought maybe he was like 27. But hopefully he'll be better in the Premier League than he was with Hull City a couple of years ago when he went on loan there. I don't think he even scored at all, or maybe he scored once with I don't really know how many appearances he had, but I don't really think he impressed as much as people had hoped and as much as he probably wished. But he's moving back, and hopefully he'll get good playing time and score some goals, just not against Newcastle. Because, you know, I'll definitely be following him and supporting him, although he is going to be playing for Sunderland. But halftime here, and I'm going to check out Valencia's in-game stats, because, like I said, some of them are pretty nice for a bronze. And, yeah, let's see. 73 ball control, only, where's finishing? Only 60 finishing, 65 heading accuracy, 65 volleys, high medium work rates. You see 80 agility, 86 acceleration, 75 strength, and 75 sprint speed. So definitely pretty nice speed on him. 71 aggression, and what really does let him down are his passing stats. I think he only has like 40-some passing on his card. I don't know. If you want to play him at like a solo striker, then I don't think that's going to matter too much. But with the striker pairs, the two that I have up top, you kind of need them to have good passing for like 1-2 combination and whatnot. Man, I cannot believe I haven't scored yet. Oh, don't you dare send a chip through ball in. Okay, there we go. But to talk a little bit more about signings, I heard that Paulinho has completed his move to Tottenham, and although I'm a Newcastle fan, I don't actually mind Spurs. I think they're gonna definitely be a crazy strong team next season if they don't get rid of Gareth Bale, of course. I'd get rid of. I mean, that sounds so negative, but if they, oh wow, that's probably a goal. But I'm not gonna. I'm not going to be pissed if Spurs... Oh, fucking... I hate this game. If, if Spurs do well, I'm not going to be mad. I have a friend who's a Spurs fan, and I don't really mind them. Which might be a bad thing, but I don't really care. I don't really know who my top EPL sides are. I know Newcastle is obviously #1. And I don't have like a fallback. Like I was thinking when Newcastle were in some pretty hot water at the end of the last season, I didn't know who my fallback team was going to be if they got relegated. So maybe I should have a look at that. I don't really like any of the Manchester teams, or Manchester United or Manchester City, and I don't really like Arsenal. I don't really like Chelsea. I hate Chelsea. The only Chelsea player I've ever really liked was Michael Essien, and that was back in the day. But I don't really know. I don't mind teams like Everton. I guess that's just only one team, but I just don't really know. I guess I follow the Premier League quite a bit. It's probably one of the only that in MLS are definitely my top 2 leagues I follow. Don't really care about Serie A too much, except for FIFA terms, and I'm following the score, so I see who's going to get an inform. That's as much as I'll follow La Liga or Serie A. Let's just hit this. Boateng has an amazing long shot. But yeah, I don't really know what other EPL teams that I like or support. Maybe I'll have to start looking at the teams that just got promoted, like Hull City and Crystal Palace. Didn't they? I hope I'm not offending people. JD Burt will have to let me know. I'm pretty sure Crystal Palace got promoted, as well as Cardiff. I might have to look into them. I'm also, it's not very easy to stay in the loop of this stuff when I live so far away and I'm not as involved. But I'm not quite sure on like teams I'm supposed to hate. I don't know if that sounds good. Or if I worded that weird. I know I'm not really, as a Newcastle fan, I know I'm supposed to dislike Sunderland and I think Tottenham, but other than that, I don't really know who our rivals are. So I'm sure people will leave that in the comments, which will also be pretty helpful for me. But one thing I know for sure is that we need to sign somebody. Definitely not as active in the transfer window as I had hoped we would be, but I think we could still have a pretty strong squad right off the get-go if we have everybody fit and healthy. And yeah, I think our starting 11 could be pretty damn good if everybody is fit and nobody gets injured or something. But what I would be most concerned about if we don't end up signing anybody would be that we wouldn't really have that great creative depth in the squad as far as like substitutes and reserves go, because like at the striker role we have Cisse, Gouffran can play up top, and then we're really down to like Shola Amiobi, who's getting old. He's like in his 30s, I'm pretty sure. So you know, it'd be great to sign somebody on loan, maybe, who's a bit younger. I was thinking like my top, oh, that would be a penalty, wouldn't it? My top like loan options that I oh, that's a great save, that I would want for Newcastle would have been Bojan. I think it's Bojan from Barcelona, but he signed a 1-year deal with Ajax, so he's going to be joining Isaac Cuenca out in the Netherlands. But I don't even know if we were, you know, I doubt we were in talks with any of these people because we've been so inactive. But yeah, Bojan or somebody from Germany or Spain, because their youth programs are probably the best in Europe right now. Definitely Spain, because of course they won the Euro and they just have such great young prospects from the youth camps of FC Barcelona, Madrid, and even other teams like Sociedad has that one pretty young player that's had been rumored to be linked with Real Madrid. And of course, like Jesse Rodriguez and Delafeu are both pretty damn good young prospects. So it would have been nice if we could get somebody like that on loan and then start him, because one, they would get a ton of experience, and you know, not too many people may know how well they play, and two, they're just like young players that one loan might not cost very much, and maybe they would want to return if they bring the club success. So I think a loan option would be number one. Number two would be to just sign a younger player that has experience, like I don't want it, not necessarily young, but maybe 22 to 24 is a pretty good age range to be signing players in. So that's why I wish we could have signed like Aubameyang, but of course he went to Dortmund. Basically all we really need would be a striker and a left wing, and then I think we have a pretty good season ahead of us. And maybe a center back. Probably gonna need an extra center back. But that's really it for this one. I lost 1-0 off of a cross and header, so I don't really care. It's just nice to be able to just talk and make a video that's just more laid back. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.